Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Pushka this side, and today we are talking about automation. More specifically, I want to show you how you can create an automation workflow to send you daily follow-up reminders. So if you're in sales like me, you're dealing with a lot of customers, a lot of leads, and sometimes it gets difficult to keep track of all those leads. That's why you start using a CRM. But sometimes your CRM is also getting heavy. You have too many leads in your CRM, it's crowded. You can't really spot what needs to be done on urgent basis. Sometimes you're not even able to log on to your dashboard because you're traveling. And in these times, you just want some kind of email reminder which will tell you which follow-ups you need to do today, which proposals you'll need to send today, and you need some kind of simple automation to do this. So today I'll show you exactly that. I'll show you a very simple way to configure this automation so you'll get daily reminders of which follow-ups you need to do in a given day, and all of this will be done with Fuzen's AI. So it's very simple. It will hardly take 5 minutes. I'll show you exactly what needs to be done. Watch it till the end. Let's get started. So now let's go to the Fuzen website. We are on the Fuzen website, and you can see Fuzen is an AI-powered app builder for small businesses. So this is perfect if you need to build any kind of app or any automation or any AI agent for your business. So today what we want to build is very simple. So I've created this very simple one-line prompt. I don't want to complicate things. I just want to keep it simple. So I'm going to say, I want to create a CRM which will send me follow-up reminders on a daily basis. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to copy it, enter it here, which is our prompt field, and just say generate app. So then Fuzen picks up that prompt. And now because I have a login on Fuzen, it will directly take me to the AI app builder. If you are not already registered on Fuzen, you will have to go through a sign up process. But once you go through that sign up process, it will take you to this AI app builder. And then if AI is not clear with what you need, it will ask you some follow-up questions. You just need to answer them and AI will start building your app. So it's asking us for a detailed description of app. I'm just going to say keep it very simple for now. And what specific information should be tracked for each contact? Who are the users? Just track just the basic lead details like email, etc. Right? And what exactly should the follow-up reminders contain? I want follow-up reminders on daily follow-up reminders. I'm going to say follow-up reminder emails because I didn't specify which channel I want the reminders on. I want them on my email. So I'm going to say send me follow-up reminder emails listing all the follow-ups I need to do on that particular day and send them on daily basis. So I want my emails to be sent to me on daily basis, and every day when I get the email, that email should contain a list of all the follow-ups that I'm supposed to do on that particular day. So that's what I want. I want it to be very simple to start with. I'll try to use that system, and then if I need any upgrades or any improvements, then I'll ask AI to do those. But to begin with, I always want things to be very, very simple. Okay, so now AI is actually starting to build our app. So normally it can take a few minutes. So sometimes it can take 5 to 10 minutes to build an app. So now we'll just wait for AI to build this app, and once it is built, we'll try to test how our automation for follow-up reminders is working. So now we can see AI has created one app. AI is still working because I see this loading message here, so which means AI is still working on something, and it's telling us that it has used a simple CRM template. So this, whatever we are seeing right here, that has come from a template. So to start with, AI used the CRM app template to lay the foundation. So basically this is the foundation, and I'm guessing that it will build on top of this foundation that it got from a template. So it creates a foundation using a template, and then it will add the required functionality on top of that base or top of that foundation. So now we can see on top of the base foundation, AI is now adding a daily follow-up reminder workflow. So now we have the CRM, and Fuzen's AI will create a workflow for sending follow-up reminders. So that's very interesting. And while AI is setting up our app, I can also show you that for setting up this whole CRM, like you can see that through this template we got multiple pages, including a dashboard, lead creation, Kanban board, and all those pages, and setting up a foundation only took 1 credit. So it was done with a single AI credit. So now AI is telling us it has created a daily follow-up reminder workflow. So let me check how we can create these follow-ups. So let me check if there is a way to set up a follow-up. Okay, so I can see if I go to dashboard, and if I click on any particular lead, I'm going to click on this lead. So this is the lead details page. On this page, this is completely set up by AI, and on this page I'm able to edit the lead, and within this edit lead form I can see, say, next action is a follow-up, and I can schedule this next action on, let's schedule it for today, so we are able to test it. Right now it's 11, so I'm just going to backdate this a little bit. So we will be able to use this data point as a test. Let me check if it got saved. Yes, it was saved. So for this lead, we have created a follow-up action which is scheduled for today, and I'm going to save it. And now what I want to do is I want to check the workflow that was created by AI. So I'm going to click on this. It'll open this workflow in this new tab. So just to give you a summary of what has been done so far. So we asked AI to create a CRM with a follow-up reminder workflow. It created a CRM. It used the template to create that CRM. Once the CRM was created, it created a follow-up reminder workflow. And now what we're doing is we have created a follow-up action against this lead, and now we want to check if the workflow works. And we should be able to test it by clicking here, save and test. So when I click on that, it tells me please fill all the required fields, sender email, sender name, and email subject. Okay, and it also highlights these fields. So it's asking me which email is going to be used for sending these reminders. So I'm going to enter my own email because my email is already connected with Fuzen. So I'm going to use that same email. I'm going to use my own name as sender name, and email subject, I'm just going to say follow-up reminder. So these are some fields, or these are some variables which are required for running this workflow. Again, I've entered those variables. Now I'm going to click on save and test. Okay, so now once we try to send the email, this is what we got. Specifically, workflow tried to send. So whenever we try to test a workflow, first we get a summary, which is in plain and simple English. So mostly you will just need to look at this summary. Again, it tells us there was a problem. It tried to handle the owner's ID. System expected this ID in a different format and could not process as needed. And we caught this error. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this error, and I'm going to inform this error to AI. I don't know what the error means. So if you're not a developer, if you're not a technical person, you will not understand what the error means. But you can still copy that error. You can go to AI and you can tell AI, this is what's happening. When I try to run the workflow, it's trying to get some data. It understands that a follow-up needs to be done, and it correctly filtered this lead, Deepa Thomas, for whom we have scheduled a follow-up. So it correctly found out the lead or the follow-up action that needed to be done. It tried to send an email, but while sending an email, it got an error. We don't know what the error means, but AI knows. So what we are going to do, we are going to just copy this error text. We are going to go to the AI. We are going to ask AI to fix this error for us. And then we wait. Okay, so now we can see AI is trying to fix this error and it has done something. We can even expand and check what has been done by AI. It has done some work. It says that now the error that we got from the workflow should be fixed. Now let's test it. Now the workflow is running. Okay, so now we can see workflow ran successfully. It picked up one lead, scheduled for a follow-up today, grouped it by responsible owner, and sent a summary email reminder. So looks pretty good. If we check the logs, it says workflow started, it fetched some data, it did an API call, and workflow completed successfully. So now let me check my email if you got the follow-up reminder mail. So I'm just going to go to my Gmail inbox, and yes, now we can see there is a follow-up reminder email. So this is a follow-up reminder email that we received. So it says daily follow-up reminders for this particular date. And it's supposed to give me a list of whichever follow-ups I'm supposed to do on that given day. And right now it's a single lead. So I get a single lead in my list of follow-ups to be done. But you can imagine if you had to do 10 follow-ups or send 5 proposals, all of that would show up here. So every day, whenever this workflow runs, and by the way, this workflow will be scheduled daily. You can set up the frequency to run on daily or weekly or monthly basis, or even hourly basis, or every 10 minutes if you need. And then you can set up next runtime. So for example, if I say that the frequency is daily and I set up the next runtime to be for 10 a.m. tomorrow, I can set it up here. So it will run 10 a.m. tomorrow, then again 10 a.m. the next day, and so on. So you can set it up to run on specific times on daily basis. And once it is saved, once it is updated and you mark the status as active, it will run on daily basis, and every morning you will get follow-up reminders just like this. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So now you have seen how easy it is to use Fuzen's AI and set up simple automation to send you daily follow-up reminders. Now I have shown you how you can get these follow-up reminders on your email, but you could just as easily get these reminders on your WhatsApp, or maybe on text message, or on Slack. You just have to ask Fuzen's AI and it will do that for you. So I hope you liked the video. Give us a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.